Taking a short break from his tour in Africa, the Prime Minister is visiting Canadian troops in Kuwait today.
You've all had a volatile past few weeks in this part of the world. It's been a complex start to 2020 with tragedies.
The previously unannounced trip comes a month after members of Canadian forces were moved to Kuwait from Iraq. The relocation happened just hours before Iraqi air bases housing American soldiers were targeted by Iranian missiles. Glen McGregor is traveling with the Prime Minister. He joins me now. Glen, great to see you. Tell us more about what the Prime Minister had to say to the troops earlier.
Yeah, it was a very quick trip that he's making here. He's only going to spend about 45 minutes on the base, but right now, Marcia, he's shaking hands and posing for pictures and handing out Toronto Raptors T-shirts because one of the special guests he brought along with him is Toronto Raptors president Masai Ujiri, who's been traveling with him on the African trip. And Ujiri was talking about how, although the Raptors, of course, are NBA champions, he really considers the people here to be real winners because they are representing their country. And Trudeau followed up by saying that he's acknowledging, really just saying thank you to the troops for being here and for doing it at a difficult time, acknowledging the rising tensions in the region between the United States and Iran that led to the missile strikes in Iraq, and the withdrawal of some of those Canadian forces who were in Baghdad on a training mission are actually now here in Kuwait temporarily because it's considered a safer place for now. But really, it's just kind of a thank you trip, just saying hi and kind of generating a little bit of goodwill for the Canadian Forces members here.
A little bit of goodwill. And how's he being received, both the Prime Minister and the Raptors president?
Well, I mean, the question is who's actually getting the more positive response. I mean, Masai Ujiri's a pretty big figure. No, they're getting a very warm response from the troops. They're all eager to have their photos taken with him and chat with him, even though he's only here very briefly. He did have, when he arrived, a confidential briefing with some of the officers here, including General John Vance, the Chief of Defense Staff, who is also here, just updating him on the security situation. There's about 850 Canadian troops who are deployed on various missions in the region, the 250 here in Kuwait who are permanently. So it's not a small force by any means. And the engagement is active and ongoing. This base here is, the Canadian forces here are supporting Operation Impact, the NATO mission in Iraq, and lots of other operations too. So a very busy place normally. And of course, it's American Air Base as well. A lot of the missions that the U.S. Air Force flies are launched from here.
Glen McGregor for us in Kuwait right now. Glen, great to see you. Thanks so much.